Happy Groundhog's Day, everyone. Hope you're doing well. It's been a good week for the market as we've had 3 consecutive green days. We're trying for 4 today. I'm filming this video pretty early in the morning, so obviously the market can swing by the end of the day. But currently the S&P is holding on to a gain, up 0.16%. And the big news we got to talk about in this video is the report from after hours yesterday of Google giving their earnings. I do believe Google is the 3rd largest company publicly listed when you count the shares from GOOG and GOOGL. And they obviously reported a good quarter. We'll talk about the numbers, but I think what has everybody buzzed and exciting is a stock split, a 20-for-1. So for every 1 share of Google that you own, you will get 20 shares, I think in July. And I just have to say what everybody else says up front. Stock splits add no value to a company. If you have 1 whole pizza pie and you cut it into 8 slices, you still only have 1 whole pizza pie. Doesn't matter how many ways you slice and dice it, doesn't create extra value. However, it does make, for some people, the price more attractive. And it's kind of like a psychological thing where people just like seeing their shares in a company go up. So in the after hours, Google on earnings shot up 9%. So when was the time to buy this stock? Probably when it was below its 200-day moving average. I was watching this stock and really interested in getting into it, but I just felt locked in my other positions given that the market had dropped so much. I just decided to hold. However, I am going to reveal to you in this video that I sold 1 position to take another. And unfortunately, I missed the boat on Google, guys. Jumping up 9% for a company that's worth 1.7 trillion. It's probably worth over 2 trillion now. So when is the time to buy Google? Let's do some quick technical analysis here. So we're on TradingView. Let's give this a look. And this is pretty obvious, guys. What's going on here? There is a very strong line of resistance here at 3,000. So what does that mean? That means that large funds have set a sell limit order when the share price of Google gets to 3,000. And the way these large funds work is, they're trying to move billions of dollars sometimes. So they can't just, hit market order and execute like we lowly retail traders can do. So sometimes these sell limit orders play out over a day or several days in order to unload billions of dollars worth of stock. So currently there's a battle going on right now as Google is trying to get above 3,000. So we can look at the 1-day chart. The share price was down here at 2,750. It then shot up above 3,000, but as soon as the market opened, the sell limit orders for these funds started triggering, and the share price of Google is now down to 2,930. So it was rejected by that line of resistance here at 3,000. So you're asking me, Jake, how do I get in on this sweet stock split? I want that 20-to-1 share split. Wait, this is my advice. Wait until you get a full candle that fills above 3,000, because then all the large funds that set 3,000 as a sell limit order have exhausted themselves. They've finished their executions. So when would I be interested in potentially buying Google? Obviously, if I can't go back in time and buy it yesterday. Wait until there's a full candle that fills above 3,000, and then all of a sudden, guys, we've got open sky. This stock can run. Obviously, this stock was one of the best performers of last year. There was a huge, we'll just add the channel lines here, where there was a huge uptrend that was very steep, probably pretty steep, guys. Let's add this here, make that black. We'll add another one. Let's see here, we'll add another one for the bottom end of the range. And Google was locked in this uptrend and then it broke. So where was a line of support? It got as low as 2,500. Funny, a nice round number. but there was stronger support here at 2,700. So let's go ahead and add a line here. And we'll say that, if, Russia invades the Ukraine or something crazy happens and the market broader, nothing wrong with Google, but the market broader sells off and pulls back, where's the share price of Google going to go to? It's going to go back to 2,700. If Google can't break above 3,000, then the rally off the good earnings reports and the stock split will fizzle, and then it'll just start trading in this range again. It'll probably sell off over the next 2 months, go back to 2,700, and then eventually drift back up and go to 3,000. So let me just show you their financial statements, the highlights basically. They increased revenue year over year by 32%. So in the fourth quarter, they did $75 billion in revenue. A year ago, they had done 56. So the trailing 12 months for the year, they did $257 billion in revenue. The year prior, they did 182. An increase year over year for a full year. So 2020 versus 2021. They increased revenue by 41%, guys. That is just bonkers. This is one of the best, most profitable companies in the world. You can break down their division here between YouTube ads. This is Google Search, Google Network. What has a lot of investors excited is their Google Cloud business, where if it's in parentheses, it means that it's losing money. But their Google Cloud business has always lost money as they've been pouring in more investment than money they're taking in. So last year they lost 1.2 billion nets, but this year they only lost 890 million. So that number that they're losing is shrinking, and investors think that this can start being positive, a growing positive number next year and the year after. So what's the play, guys? How are we going to make money in the short term? Well, first of all, if you're a long-term buy and hold investor and you want to invest in Google, their future is bright, and their valuation actually isn't that unreasonable. Given the numbers that they keep putting up, when you look at their price ratios, we'll just go to P/E real quick. Current P/E is only 26. Considering the valuations of other companies, given that this Google is still growing year over year by greater than 30%. Price to free cash flow, I don't know if these numbers have been updated. No, these are from January 31st. Price to free cash flow is 29. So Macro Trends hasn't updated for the new numbers yet. So what's my play here, guys? Well, Google reported after hours yesterday. Facebook reports after hours today. So if in the after hours, Google shot up 9% on a good quarter, what do you think Facebook is going to do today? So let's head over to my Schwab account, and I actually purchased some call contracts for Facebook. They call themselves Meta now, but their ticker symbol is still FB. I know people have lots of strong opinions and feelings about Facebook. I personally have my problems with them as well, but given that Google reported an amazing quarter and they get their revenue from advertisers, Facebook also gets their money from advertisers, and probably they're also going to have an amazing quarter. I think with the whole buzz of the metaverse and sales of the Oculus Quest 2, they're going to post a fantastic quarter in the after hours. The share price might shoot up another 9%. So to make room for Facebook, because I didn't have a lot of cash in this account, I had to sell my call contracts on HCA. My gain loss was, basically zero flat. So I was just happy to get out of HCA without losing any money. If you want to look at the stock chart real quick, it's trading within this range between 220 and 260. Was it going to get back to 260? Probably, if I just held on to it for another couple weeks. But I'm much happier doing this very short swing trade on Facebook. If Facebook pops 9% in the after hours, I'm going to unload these contracts tomorrow. We can look at the technicals for Facebook to see what are the possibilities. Where is this going to go after they report? And first thing we see is that there is a level of support That's pretty strong here at $300 a share, and it got as low as 300 3 or 4 days ago, also when Google bottomed out. And the top end here line of resistance is at about 380, so let's make this a red line. But the more immediate line of resistance is here at 350. So if Facebook reports a really good quarter, I think in the after hours, this will shoot up to 350. So the share price is currently 321. So we're looking at about $29 worth of share price movement, potentially, if Facebook can deliver and have pretty good numbers, which I think they will. Will they break above 350 tomorrow? It's possible. This could be a very soft line of resistance, and then the one that people are really gunning for is this 380. I think this is going to be the tough one for Facebook to get through. So if you want the details of the trade, I chose a strike slightly out of the money of 340 because once again the share price is currently 321. The expiration date is very far out in the future, January 20th of 2023. Cost basis, $7,731, so this is 2 call contracts. I feel like a lot of people are distracted today with Google and AMD and some other companies that had really good quarters, but as soon as we get to the after hours and Facebook gives their numbers, they'll see a pop tomorrow, and hopefully we can make a quick profit on this trade. Last update to give for people who have seen my last couple videos is I bought these 12 call contracts in my Fidelity accounts. I'm still holding on to them, guys. So the ones that I bought on Monday last week are up $11,500. The ones I bought the Friday before are up 15 for a total gain of $13,000. If we can finish today green and then finish tomorrow or be green in the morning tomorrow, then I think I will lock in profits and sell to close these 12 contracts. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up so the algorithm knows it's good. Questions or comments, as always, let me know down below. I love hearing from you guys. Till the next video, take care.